time to plant corn. Get that planted, covered with plastic so that chickens don't scratch it out until it starts growing, and then connect up the drip irrigation. That's one of the jobs today. And watching my back because Charlie's in attack mode. Okay, here I am connecting up the drip lines. They're 30 centimeter apart with the emitters. I'm just tying in the first 3 here. We're going to be digging in more trenches later, and we'll tap them in with T-pieces and then hook it up to the main system. Fully automated. Just hand AJ 4000 the seeds, walk away, then come back, and they're all planted. It's amazing the farm implements you can get these days. Okay, first 3 rows of corn planted, covered in plastic, protected from the chickens more than anything else, but it's like a little greenhouse for it. So good watering, leave it for a week, see what happens. Hopefully we get a whole lot, 3 rows of corn. Next phase of potato growing experimentation. Make use of those old boxes from the initial attempted veggie gardening. Reuse.
Eh? I'm impressed that I recycle. Eh? Give us a few potatoes. These are Mona Lisa, and these are Spunta.
That it.
I've got to get them in rows. There we go. Now doing the permanent chicken proofing of the vegetable garden. Finally. Then we can take the other piece of fence and use that to fence off tier 2 along that side, all the way up there. Lots of work coming up in the next 3 weeks. We've got beds to prepare, planting. Oh, a lot of work. Not enough time. So now we're prepping this area to put up or install raised beds. 3 boxes, just short of 8 meters. We'll have trellises for climbing veg tomatoes, cucumbers, etc. And one box will just be a raised bed for, I don't know, whatever else we need to plant in there. I think cabbages, cauliflower, things like that will go in that side. It took a while due to spending more time fighting with a strimmer than actually strimming to get this cleared. As I suspected, the tarpaulins we put down didn't do jack to stop the weed growth. But we hit it hard with a strimmer and then lay down cardboard and then build our raised beds on top of the cardboard with some wood chip in between just to keep everything nice and tightly packed. Today's job, building beds for tomatoes and cucumbers today. Not sure what we'll plant in the other rows, we might not prep them yet. See how far we get, should be fun. Lights, camera, action!
Now, no one's going to watch this video. You're not very good at action, are you?
Hold it there. Just hold it. I'm going to pull it tight. Okay. Cool.
Okay, next irrigation, then soil. Hopefully no more snaky drip lines doing it this way. Put the pipes down, then cover with the compost. That should keep them in place. Time will tell. What else you want?
Okay, so we're going to do this woman style. And action. Those beds there, all we did was trim down low, covered with compost and put the sawdust for parts. Don't get sawdust, saw chip. This time we're going to put down cardboard. And because the snaky drips didn't work that side, this year we're going to put it under the soil for two reasons. A, they won't get too hot when it comes to watering, and B, they're being put into the ground with a piece of metal as opposed to elastic. Okay, this can be over-talked.
Alright, we are now doing the drip lines a different way. Instead of putting down the bedding with the compost for the raised beds and then putting the drip lines on top, we're going to put the drip lines on the bottom and then cover with the soil. Hopefully that way they don't get snaky. Don't think they will. Only problem we've got is we've got to make sure that we plant the plants on top of the emitters. They're 30 centimeters spaced, so we should be close enough, be easy enough to do. We'll see. On to the next one. I think we're going to need quite a bit of compost.
Okay, so today's job, prepping the wood for the raised beds that I'm building out the back. Sand them all down, take the sharp edge off the top, and then I'll have to hit them with linseed oil because it's not treated lumber, and hopefully that'll preserve them for a few years anyway. Time to crack on. Okay, first box ready to go in. I've decided to try a different tack. Tired of painting and waiting 24 hours between coats. So I'm using linseed oil. See what we can get out of that. Should hopefully preserve the wood for a while. Let's get cracking. Get it pretty square, and then we'll do the diagonal measurements to damn it. These clamps are crap. Drill, screw. Okay. It's not bad actually. So that worked out pretty good. Before I put any soil in there, I'm going to put up the supports for the cucumbers to climb up. We're going to grow them vertically. Well, it's a crappy day today. It's been threatening rain on and off. It's spitting and stopping, and I decided to just crack on with it. If we get wet, we get wet. Hope to get this one well. I can't cut the long rails because it's raining. Okay, so those are the cross braces and supports for the 2 rows of trellis we'll have for that'll be the cucumber bed. And I'll do this one the same as that, and we'll keep the tomatoes in this one. Some support braces to cut, and then the stringers to hang the twine. Changed my mind about the irrigation. Pointless having it at the bottom of all of the compost if the plants are going to be planted in the top part. So back to a new plan. Going to bury them halfway in the compost. That should hopefully work. I'm taking this out, redoing it. Time to screw. Favorite part of the job. Okay, another day, another bed. One more to do, but not going to have hanging garden. It's just going to be a normal raised bed. Got wood to prep, round off the edges, sand ready for oiling, and then that's done. I think the drip irrigation is going to work out perfectly. Stretch tight in a nice straight line. It shouldn't move. We'll see how hot it gets in summer. Time for spring planting. Tomatoes from seeds, cucumbers. Mandy's just filling up a bit more compost. This is our first successful attempt at compost making. Previously I think we were leaving it too dry and nothing was happening, so hopefully we've cracked it. We need the tomatoes in here today and cucumbers in the second bed. Planting time. Are those cucumbers or tomatoes?
Cucumbers.
I thought we were putting tomatoes in the first one.
No, tomatoes going in.
Oh, you changed the plan without telling me. You made an executive decision.
The cucumbers are most important to get into the ground now because they're like...
Well, then you could have planted them there. Doesn't matter, I suppose. End of another day. A long day. All 4 raised beds finished. Just got to put the supports for the tomatoes and trellis work. It's got to be done. But I'm glad I've got that finished. I'll get the irrigation completed tomorrow. And this is Mandy's domain after that. Okay, irrigation hooked up. Working. Mandy's just giving the compost a good soaking in preparation for planting, whatever. Got the drippers running on tomatoes because we don't want any water getting on the leaves. Right, that's what I've been told. Cucumbers looking okay. Bit of strain they took overnight, but hopefully they'll come back alright. Time will tell. Okay, no snaky drip lines yet. I don't think they will. This is plan number 656 that I've gone through in my head. So, some hooks in the side of the raised bed, cable ties on the one end, stretched out to the other end. I'll show you what I've done that side. Same deal on this side, 3 cup hooks, but then I've taken a cable tie, tied it to the pipe and used that to tension them up. I think that should be it sorted. Raised beds complete, irrigation connected, everything's done. Mandy's baby now. She just to make sure we grow enough tomatoes and cucumbers and stuff to keep us in salad all year round. It was a good build.